Hey, my friends. How's everybody doing today? Happy Saturday for those it's still Saturday for. Hello, hello, hello. Oh boy. I can already tell things are so much faster. Not only can I now be back on Twitch, but my YouTube streams seem a lot clearer now too. Yay! Hello, hello, hello. Booba hug, booba hug. It's a mealy Amazon parrot and has many names. Original name was Mikey. Then I found out it was a girl and didn't rename it. We mostly call it effing bird because she bites, she screams, she doesn't like anybody. Not a whole lot's going on. Part of why I'm hopping on it is just to let people know who were used to my YouTube streams that I'm going to be back to streaming mainly on Twitch. In part because I just like that platform better for streaming. And also, I know most people don't subscribe to my YouTube for streams. So I don't want to keep cluttering up feeds with them. Which I'm aware I'm doing that now, but like, one of these won't happen again probably for a little while. Have you heard of Happy Tree Friends? Yo, Happy Tree Friends is ancient. That shit was new when I was in like high school. I'm doing alright, doing alright. I've got mostly everything on my new desktop set up. I'm still waiting to get another drive and a half moved over. It's taking its sweet time. A lot of files to sort through. And I just gotta finish loading up some software. It's taking a bit because the software has like activations on it, and I have to find a way to deactivate it off the dead computer and activate it on the new one so I can load it. Oh, everyone's doing great. Everyone's doing great. Friends. Hello, friends. Friends, friends, friends. It's entirely custom build. It's part of what took it so long to get put together. I had to take time and buy the different parts because parts are expensive. Why is my voice so cute? I don't know. I don't think my voice is all that cute. I don't think anybody likes their own voice, to be honest. My favorite drink? Oh, that's tough. That's pretty tough. I like juice. Mostly juice. Like apple juice, fruit punch, stuff like that. I do like Mountain Dew Baja Blast, but I should not drink so much soda. You know, when I was at the computer store getting some of the parts for the PC, this dude tried to sell me a several $1,000 graphics card. I was like, yo, my dude, my homie, that's not gonna happen. For one, I don't need that. I'm not a crypto bro. I'm not doing anything that intensive. And for another, good lord, is that expensive. Ah. It's going. It's going. Feeling mostly alright. The birds all in an uproar because a couple of people just got home. So she has to tell the universe that someone came in the front door. And then she has to yell at the people for coming in the front door. She thinks she's helping. It's funny. Okay, I was home by myself for like the last like 2 or 3 hours. Bird was silent. My dog was silent. The cats weren't doing anything. The house was quiet. And I was all like, I'm gonna go try and see if I can knock out some ASMR recordings. Get everything all set up. Turn the mic on. And then right outside my house, someone just whirs up a lawnmower and a weed cutter. And they're just going to town doing the grass that's part of the street that's not people's property. It's like the community gardeners. And it's loud as fuck. And I'm like, really? You gotta do that in the middle of the afternoon on a Saturday. Can't win. And see, this is why when I record my ASMRs, I have to do it at like 4 in the morning. When no one's awake. No one in my house is awake. The animals are quiet. And no one's outside mowing the lawn. Heyo. And when I'm on YouTube, you can call me either or. I usually try to like encourage people to call me based on what my avatar is. Because right now I've only got my Orca stuff loaded on the computer. I don't have my Kitti model on there yet. I have to talk to the person who made it, see if he can resend the file, because I can't for the life of me find where the file is. What do I hate most and why? Right now, what I don't like the word hate. It's a very strong word. But what I strongly dislike at the moment are people who get just all up in arms over like little things that really have no bearing on them whatsoever. In just the grand scheme of life, what they're open arms over just doesn't really affect them. But yet they have to go on a tirade about it. It's like, go away. You're annoying. You're cluttering up my comfy internet space with your crap. I just want to relax. Like, I just want to go on a knitting forum and look up like knitting techniques and patterns and different kinds of yarn, and not have to deal with people going on there saying that people who knit and buy yarn are like contributing to slave labor in China and shit like that. It's like, hello, friend. hard time explaining to some folks that it's kind of hard to be a conscientious consumer in a capitalistic society. Because nearly every company and every business that produces a good or a service is corrupt to some extent. Even small businesses, like restaurants and small stores and stuff, like, I guarantee a lot of them, they don't pay their workers fairly. In, like, at least in America. I know other countries actually have standards for workers, so I can't apply that outside of America. But in America, I know for a fact there's a lot of small private businesses that pay their employees crap, but people work there because that's all there is. Like, you can try your best, but, like, sometimes you just gotta live. I've seen the John Wick movies, like, a long ass time ago. Not really my cup of tea. Hello, friends. You know what's great? So far I've tested a few games streaming on Twitch, and I'm able to play them with, like, minimal to no lag. It's mind-blowing to me. I haven't tried games that were, like, super laggy for me on my old computer, like Resident Evil. That one was a hella laggy on stream. I haven't tried that one yet. I was gonna save that for, like, Halloween time. But the games I have been able to, like, download and load up have not been terribly laggy. And they've been perfectly streamable. I've been very pleased. My favorite anime series is probably Nana. It's a shoujo series. You like my outfit? I like my outfit too. It's full of booba. My next test for game-wise is going to be Beyond Blue. Because that's like, it's mostly graphics intensive. And I know it loaded on my old computer. But it could have loaded better. And it was streamable, but just barely. The tattoo on my belly, it's an orca. And the style of art is by the tribes of the Haida Tlingit peoples of the Pacific Northwest. For those indigenous tribes, Orca are very spiritual and sacred and important to their religious beliefs. Enjoy your sleep. I played like the old Halo games, like way back in like the 2000s with my friends. I was very bad at it. I broke a couple nails in the weirdest way today. I was just casually trying to open a box I got from old Amazon, and two of my nails went like crack, and I was like, ow, because they didn't like pop off, like they didn't like snap off like I'd expect them to. They just went like crack, and they hurt. And I look, And underneath the nail, like along the edge of the finger, like a little bit of blood. I'm like, what the crap did I do? I know that my nails have gotten too long. They need to get like properly cut and manicured. But now with like this little like painful bleeding incident, I'm kind of scared to get a manicure. I don't know what to do. Doing alright, doing alright. How's you doing? I've ever done a pirate one. I have pirate ones in my notebook planner that I'm trying to like work out the kinks on, but I don't have any on my channel yet. Yes, I know all about the Pacific Northwest orcas up in Washington and Canada. Both the resident orcas and the transient orcas. There's actually two different subspecies that are up there. The resident orcas mainly feed on salmon, and they live in like large family groups and travel together. The transient orcas feed on like mammals like seals and stuff, and they travel in much smaller groups. You tend to see more transient orcas than resident orcas most of the year, just because of just how their behavior is. A lot of times the resident orcas go further out into open ocean to hunt their food because food's getting pretty scarce in the bays and whatnot. But usually in the summer you can see the resident orcas because that's when like the salmon are really like in abundance, and that's kind of hard to say because an abundance of salmon these days is not much. Those the resident orcas are very endangered. There's less than 100 of them left. The art design, it's tribal. It's from the Haida Tlingit people. It's an actual art piece. Enjoy your dinner. I have to go grab dinner soon too. I'm just waiting for husbando to get back from the errand he's running. He was so kind and took little Fox with him this afternoon. I really did not want to sit alone with little Fox for like 3 or 4 hours. I do that enough during the week. I did not want to spend my Saturday doing that. I'm a little like old at this point to be just waking and baking. When I'm not pregnant, I eat like Delta 8 edibles, which are part THC, part CBD, to help my anxiety and help me sleep. Because I was prescribed Xanax, but I hate how Xanax makes me feel. Hate it. That is one thing I actually hate. I hate Xanax. But the Delta 8 edibles, like the taffies and the gummies, they don't taste great, but they help me relax and settle for sleep. Can't eat those while prego, though. If Israeli tribal lineage is in any way accurate, apparently my family is distantly related to Moses' brother Aaron from the Bible. Have a good afternoon/evening, homie. Little Fox is a light strawberry blonde. Well, apparently Aaron had like a bajillion kids, who then also had a bajillion kids. So it's like nowadays with like Nick Cannon being like every Gen Alpha's baby daddy at this point. Because I think Nick Cannon's like the dad to like what, like 15 kids now? It's crazy. So like a few thousand years from now, Nick Cannon will be like a biblical figure for a bunch of descendants. I had lunch a little while ago, but my Dina, I'm waiting on for my darling husband to come back from being out, so we can go as a family to eat somewhere. I'm hoping he's game for like Japanese food. I really, really want a smoked salmon sushi roll. Sounds amazing right now. Hi, Fran. I also want like this thing that the restaurant makes with yellowtail and jalapeno slices and sriracha. It's unbelievably spicy, but so delicious. Like once you get past the spice murdering your tongue and sinuses, it's pretty good. Let's see. Hello. Hey, hey, hey. I've learned I can't have my phone near my streaming mic because the two, when near each other, makes my microphone make like a buzzing, screeching sound. And I don't know why it does that. It's very weird. I'm trying so hard to get comfy. They need to play. They need to make the more comfy desk chairs. They need to make desk chairs that are like designed for people who like to sit on their butts and sit like crisscross. That'd be nice. I like my hair. I like my hair too. Oh, if you're using a translator, I think it's working pretty well, my dude. Hey, Emma. The easiest way to manage hair, if it's not like too short, is to always wash it with a deep conditioner treatment so it stays like soft and silky and smooth, whether it's curly or straight. And then when you go a little while and it starts frizzing out a bit, instead of like freaking out, just put it in a braid. Just braid it. Wear it in a braid for a few days before you wash it again. Because if you wash your hair too much, it irritates your scalp and it causes your hair to fall out too. Like you just start shedding like crazy. You wash your hair too much. So don't do that. But yeah, just put it in a braid. Looks cute, stylish, goes with a lot of outfits, easy breezy. I usually keep my hair like piled high in a mom bun. I need to get it cut, come to think of it. I want it cut again, kind of short, like Mrs. Incredible from The Incredibles, like that mom bob. Because I have black hair, so I won't really look like a Karen if I do that. Now, if I were blonde, brunette, or kind of redhead, I would look like a Karen. So I don't want to do that, but I won't. But at the same time, I'm afraid if I do cut it that short, I'll look like Raven from Teen Titans or Mavis from Hotel Transylvania. And I don't want to go for that. I just want manageable hair. Catch you later, homie. I want to know why Amtrak is so expensive when it's so slow. Having talked to people who've experienced high-speed rail in Europe and Asia, I want to know what Amtrak's excuse is for not upgrading anything in like 100 years. Hello. I'm doing alright, How are you? If any of y'all are like remotely like Twitch savvy and have basic knowledge of just like editing clips, I need someone to help clip streams I do on Twitch. Not all of them, just like clip moments from ones that are particularly amusing or whatever, showcase my personality. So I can take those clips and put them on my Orca YouTube channel. Because I haven't put anything up on that channel like a year. And I really got to get back to that. But I'm very ADHD. I don't really have the time to try and figure out how to work the whole clipping mechanism on Twitch. And I never know what people like, so I never know what to clip. So I figure someone who's watching will know what they like and clip it. Does YouTube have a clip feature like Twitch does? I never bothered to look. Man, I love having two monitors again, because I could just like grab things and go, wee. Bird's still going. Hey friend, how you doing? Not a whole lot's going on. How are you? The only thing I know about trains, homie, is that, at least in the part of America I live in, they're horribly inconvenient. Like, if I want to take a train to, like, New York, I'd have to go, like, up, then back down, then up again, and then across. Instead of just, like, a nice, semi-straight shot. So, a train ride that should only take, like, maybe, like, half a day takes, like, 2 or 3 days. It's dumb. It's so dumb. And it costs almost as much as an airline ticket, so, like, what's the point? The bird really hates people. She really does. She doesn't like me, but at least she's quiet when I'm the only one in the house. Other people around, she's like, nah, I'm not gonna be quiet. Yay! New YouTube subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to my silly channel. Being a yandere is just fun. It's just nice, wholesome fun. It's fun to be a little bit crazy. Oh, it's cool to reconnect with old friends. I wish I could do that. But a lot of my old friends and I, we kind of didn't part on the best terms. Like, a lot of my old friends became really obnoxious. I still see them pop up on, like, Facebook sometimes, and I'm like, wow. You do not live in reality anymore, do you? Like, there's one person I went to school with who was always posting about how, like, Trump is still secretly running the country. That he's the real president. And everything good that happens is Trump. Of course, when everything bad happens, it's the fault of the actual guy. But anything good that happens is secretly Trump. And she's thoroughly convinced of this. It's just kind of funny and sad. Like, the delusion is strong in this one. Yeah. I am hungry. Hungry, but husband is not home yet. I don't think. I just want some tasty foods. It's getting to be about that time. I tried playing Planet Zoo yesterday, thinking it'd be like Zoo Tycoon from when I was a kid. And it's not. It's really not. It's not. It's very annoying and frustrating. All the little, like, piddly detail things you have to do just to set up your zoo. Why can't I just, like, grab things and place them? That's it. I did get Disney Dreamlight Valley, and it looks really cute so far. But I'm concerned that it's just going to be, like, Mickey Mouse brainwashing. And it shows like the Disney village with the castles being all like run down and decrepit in the beginning of the game. And I'm like, oh boy, that's what Disney World is now. I only want to go to Disney World for just one reason. One reason only. They have a new Tron roller coaster. I want to ride it. People are saying Dreamlight Valley is like Animal Crossing meets Kingdom Hearts minus all the Square Enix stuff in Kingdom Hearts. Yo, does anyone remember when Square Enix was just called Squaresoft? I swear, they were called Squaresoft originally, and it's not a fever dream. I am mellow. I'm so glad I wear glasses now, because now I can actually sit comfortably at my desk and be able to read things. I don't have to, like, have my face all up on my monitor. Break my spine doing so. I remember when Final Fantasy VIII, that one came out in like the late 90s, early 2000s, and everybody was like all hyped, thinking those were like the peak graphics ever. And at the time they were. Like the graphics were pretty dope back then. But then you see like graphics of just like today's games, and it's like, oh, okay. They should remake that one. Gunblade. The light stays on in his office so the ghost doesn't reveal the secret location of his frozen body. Hey friend, of course I miss you. Though, for all my YouTube stream fam, I am going to be on Twitch more so from now on. Now that I'm back on a real computer. Because I just prefer the setup of Twitch for streaming better. Oh, I think that the bird is hungry, actually. Come to think of it, looking at the time. It's usually about time she gets fed. I spent this last week mostly just tired and brain dead. I tried working on more audios, but it just wasn't happening. But I'm so hyped to have this computer. You have no idea how hyped I am. It's hard to convey the hype. Yes, Little Fox is my daughter. I have Little Fox and Little Beluga Whale. Those are my kids. My day's going alright, I had a few hours to myself of peace and quiet aside from the people outside, the gardeners of the public property doing loud gardening. Aside from that, I had some peace and quiet for a few hours. It was great. By the way, if y'all have a Jack in the Box where you live and you eat their food, don't get their onion rings. Their onion rings are not good. I got some yesterday, thinking, onion rings, I like onion rings. No. Not tasty, they're like rubber. I was very disappointed in them. A fun effect of pregnancy that no one warns you about is you get random super duper stuffy noses. And you can't take any decongestants for them. You just can't. And it has to do with all the blood flow going all over your body and making your nose swell up. It's so dumb. Jack in the Box tacos, they're not bad. They're not bad. Not the best. Not bad. The tiny tacos are kind of cool. What color is Little Fox's eyes? She's got like light blue eyes. Pregnancy changes your dang bone structure. Like, I try to tell dudes to expect women, especially women who have given birth to more than one child, to expect them to, like, be a Twiggy size 2 without, like, surgery or really hurting themselves. I'm like, that's not realistic, homies. Because your physical bones move when you're pregnant. And your muscles move, and sometimes they rip open. And the only way to fix that is surgery. And everybody can afford that, so you just have to live with it. Oh, getting a phone call. Hang on. Hang on. Wee. Gotta love phone calls. Little Fox is doing great today. She is currently out and about with her daddy, doing daddy fox things. So, I have a blood clot disorder, and while I'm pregnant, I can't take pills for it, and instead, I have to give myself injections in my stomach. It is the most fun thing you can imagine. And by that, I mean it's not fun at all. The medicine burns when it goes in. I hate doing it. If it wasn't for the fact that a blood clot in the lung can kill you, I'd be like, fuck it, I'll live with the blood clot. Ooh, I got some unrequited love stories for you. Boy. I was seeing this dude, like, over 10 years ago. He sent the most mixed signals you can possibly imagine. Because we'd hang out, have a good time, get all, like, close, cuddly, even kiss a bit. And then we'd even, like, text each other. And then we'd go, like, long periods of time, and he'd always have excuses for not, like, visiting or hanging out. And then randomly he'll hit me up like, hey, you want to hang out? I'm like, oh, okay. It was, like, constantly, like, he'll hang out with me a lot, and then, like, not, and then a lot, and then not. And I really liked him. I was really into him. I wanted to date him. And I made the mistake of telling this one girl I was friends with how much I liked him. And I didn't know that she liked him too. I thought she was just friends with him. Because I know for a fact he only saw her as a friend. But no, turns out she actually liked him too. And didn't like the fact that I was into him. And didn't like the fact that it was seeming like he was into me. So she talked to him and fed him a bunch of bullshit about how, like, crazy I am in a bad way. And he just stopped talking to me. And I was so sad. And I never, like, forgave her for being a bitch like that ever again. Because that was a huge bitch move. And then she turned around. She still never got with him. She then turned around and literally stole the boyfriend of another friend of mine. She literally bought this guy's love. She just kept showering this guy with gifts to the point where he just started seeing her. And my friend was like, thought that was fucked up, so she broke up with him. I, like, was deeply, deeply into my husband for, like, several years before we started dating. Like, I thought it would never happen. I thought he just saw me as, like, a casual, like, hang out, fool around buddy, nothing more. And for a brief period of time, I thought he hated me. And then one day he asked me out. I'm like, okay, I guess this is a thing now. Good things happen if you wait, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like, don't if a person has already expressed they don't have romantic or sexual feelings for you, don't push the matter. Just like respect that they have their feelings and it's just not going to work. And just leave yourself open to new people, new experiences. Because you still have a good friend. Like, she's still a good friend. Is she not a good friend? You still got a friend, and that's better than nothing. I'd rather have a friend than nothing. I'd rather still be friends with that guy I was hanging out with than him not speak to me ever again. I would rather still be friends. Even if, like, nothing came of it, I would rather still at least get to, like, talk to him and see him at parties and stuff. I did see him once in 2018 at a friend's birthday party, and he was nice to me. And we had a chit chat for like an hour, and it was very pleasant. And the weird thing is, a couple months after that party, my now husband asked me out on a date. So, and between the point of that guy not speaking to me ever again and that party, I had nothing but like awful hookups and really fucked up relationships. So I think I had a curse. And talking to him again broke the curse. But I still haven't seen him. Partly because of COVID, but I haven't seen him because I usually saw him after the like parties and conventions, and there really haven't been stuff like that for me to go to because of COVID. But I imagine once like shit calms down and it's smart somewhat to go to public functions again, I might see him again. Don't go to a convention right now, because I think anybody who goes to a convention right now, or with COVID, and polio, and monkeypox, and people showing up in public spaces with loaded weapons and shooting things up, it's not smart. Like, wait for things to, like, calm down. They'll still exist. They're not going anywhere. Hi, friend. Out of distribution for a little while? What do you mean by distribution, homie? Hello, homie. Hello, my friends. Congrats on having 5 videos. Takes a lot to put just one up, so you're doing well. Doing well. So I knew this one guy in my friend group who thought he was all that and a bag of chips because when he dressed up right, he looks like David Tennant when he was in Doctor Who. And a bunch of like geeky nerd girls were into that. And he was a total playa. To the point where He would just like openly cheat on his girlfriend. And he thought that was perfectly okay. And his poor girlfriend like went literally off the deep end for a while. Many, many mean nicknames were made up about him. Mostly spoken among women. So, just rule of thumb, don't be like that guy. Don't get a big ass ego and think you can just get whoever you want. Especially if you're already with someone and expect them to be okay with it. One of these days on a Twitch stream, because I can't do it on YouTube, probably because of copyright, I'm just going to play a whole bunch of meme videos that I used to watch on Newgrounds when I was in like middle school and high school. And I know most of them are on YouTube now. But back then, there wasn't a YouTube. There was only Newgrounds and albino black sheep. Newgrounds was a fun place way back in the day. Can I sing? Not when I am like 4 and some odd months pregnant. Because when you're pregnant, a bunch of stuff pushes on your diaphragm, pushes on your lungs, and you can't get the breath you normally can. You need breath to sing. I have 1,000 videos. I win. And almost 700 of them are ASMR. Do I like rap music? I like some rap music. Can't say I like all of it. But the same can be said for any music genre. You know what's fun about maternity pants? They have like the elastic panel on it. And you can like pull it up really high, like up to your nips. And you can just hide in your pants like a pants turtle. It's fun. Oh, catch you later, homie. Sure, you can have some kisses. Mwah. Mwah. Kiss you. Kiss you. Ah. Ada, ada. Ada, ada. They're just really great pants, and it sucks that they are so much money. Ah, Kisu. Well, welcome to the channel. Ah. Thank you, homie. Enjoy your evening. Chicken nuggets are okay. They're my kids' favorite thing to eat, so I cook them a lot. They kind of lose their luster when you cook them like several times a week for the better part of 5 years. I have 2 kids and another one on the way. Nah, I don't cook nuggets from scratch. I know how, it just takes too much time and too much material. I mean, my kid is not that patient. It's way easier to get some frozen nuggies and toss them in the oven for like 15 minutes. Oh, awesome. I'll have to take a look at it. Congrats on finishing your drawing. I have like a mess of wires under my desk I need to organize because it's going to be a bit much. Well, why not show a lot of skin? It's hot where I live. I'd be naked if I could. am being pinged, it looks like. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, it's after 6 already. I gotta go talk to some people about dinner. Man, time flies. Time really does fly. Of course you can have a hug. Here, have a hug. Hug, hug, hugs for everybody. Booba hug, booba hug, booba, booba, booba hug, booba, booba hug. Booba, booba, booba hug. Hug, 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 hug. We're talking about going out to eat, so we might go out for like Japanese food. I actually don't know a whole lot about armor. I'll have to think on it and get back to you. PM me on Discord. Alright, unfortunately I need to get going and talk to some people about food. Especially the kiddos, because they're getting hungry. Thanks for hanging out with me. Again, I'm not going to be streaming much on YouTube anymore, so please follow my Twitch and my Twitter. Links are in the description box. And I'm pretty easy to find. And I will catch you later. Stay awesome, everybody. Mwah. Mwah. Ada.